Hi, good morning, this is Dennis. I'm going to explain you today on how to trade with the FSO Harmonic Scanner version 7. Okay, let's start. Let's start first with the version 7. Why is that? Why this is version 7 and why there's in version 6 and why there's in version 5 and in version 4. You have to know I need to update my software each and every year due to market conditions. I mean, the forex market is always the same, yes, but there are some components are always changing, market conditions, okay? I don't want to go so much into the detail because it might get a bit boring for you, but it is very important to keep a software very successful in the market. You have to adapt to the market conditions, which are changing somehow each year, okay? For example, if you have an indicator developed somehow in 2001, I almost can assure you that this piece of software isn't accurate anymore. No, updates are necessary and mandatory. So, and since we're talking about updates, if you own a lifetime license of this version of the FSO Harmonic Scanner, it does not matter if you own the FSO Harmonic Scanner 5, 6 or 7. Then all updates are free of charge every year. Yeah? Every year I will roll out new updates to legit license holders. So you don't have to be worried about this. Updates are always included free of charge. Okay, then I would say let's start. The first thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to explain you the components that you see here on the chart. Okay, so let me just take a bit of coffee first. You know, it is it is in the very early morning, and without coffee, I really cannot go into the things here. Also, I would like to apologize from the beginning. I'm not a native English speaker, so if there are some mistakes in the grammar or somehow in my English, okay, please, I do apologize, but I guess we still can go ahead and you will be able to understand me. Okay, then let's start with the components we are able to see on the chart. Okay, let's start with this box. This is the, let's say, the core component of the FSO Harmonic Scanner. Here you will see all current patterns and patterns in the past. Okay, how many patterns you want to see in the past you can set up in the indicator settings, and I'm going through this at a later point. Okay, patterns you will see only, of course, if they appear. If the market is flat right now, yeah, now we have June, it's the summer gap. It happened every year at this time, around June, July, August, that the market is flat if you compare to the beginning of the year and around end of the year, okay? That's why during the summer gap you won't get so many patterns, especially in higher time frames. It's just impossible because the big players, big banks, market makers, dealers, they're all on holidays right now. Yes, but these are forex basics you should know anyways, okay, before you start even trading. So yeah, this harmonic scanner box with the patterns, you can move away. If you tick a new pattern or a different pattern, then the box will always jump to the original position, okay, as you can see here. It always jumps back here to this corner. Then what more components you see here? Let's make it a bit smaller. Smaller, okay, let me take my drawing tool. These values here, okay, of course you see the, oops, moment, you see the spread of your current pair. Yes, the current pair you also see here, of course, and of course it's this pair. Oops. Yes. Then the type of pattern, the values, entry, stop loss, take profit 1, 2, of course, are these here, right? Then these lines here. Let's start with the very visible big lines. These are market maker swing zones, and as you can see, the price will always hit these zones all time. Market makers and dealers going to use these lines to swing the price away from these lines, or to simply consolidate the price, as you can see here. Okay, but these lines, these market maker swing zones, they will use all time. And these lines, they are not repainting, they're not moving, they will stay on the chart on where you see them. Yes? Again, these lines, if you know how to use them, they are very powerful. As you can see here you have a market maker swing zone, the very big lines. Yeah? What is the difference, by the way, between these big lines, these small lines, and these lines? The big lines, they will use all time to swing the price. Okay, the small lines, they will mostly use to consolidate the price, as you can see here, this example. Okay, here on this line happen a swing. This is, by the way, market maker swing. You see this? It's a very big fat W, or some people say W, some people say double bottom, whatever, okay? But this is a swing pattern. And the same, by the way, here. Yeah, these are the very famous M and W pattern used by market makers to swing the price. And this is, by the way, also what the FSO Harmonic Scanner does. The FSO Harmonic Scanner is not based on Fibonacci's. The FSO Harmonic Scanner is based on market maker swing patterns. Yes, this is something very unique in the market. There is no other harmonic scanner or harmonic pattern indicator it will show you these kind of patterns. It simply isn't there. Yes, 99% of all harmonic indicators, harmonic scanners, whatever, are based on Fibonacci's. Fibonacci's are an ancient relic of the 90s. They are working somehow, but you really need to know how to trade them. And still then, you need a lot of confirmation and years of experience to trade Fibs. Okay? So, again, also the stop loss value, the take profit values and the entry and stop loss are not Fibs. These are not Fib lines, okay? These lines are calculated in a very complicated process, and I'm coming through this later on. Well, did I just say coming through this? I'm going through this, okay? So, don't worry. There's my drawing tool. Okay, delete it. So, done. The next very important indicator you see here. It's the indicator on down part. This is the Maxwell's equation indicator. What this indicator does, it will give you the future prediction of the forex trade volume. Yes, this is not an TDI, this is not an RSI or MACD indicator or whatever you might think it is. Let me show you something. Make it a bit visible what the indicator does. So, my drawing tool. So, as you can see here, this is the current price, right? So, now you see the Maxwell's equation indicator. this part is the most possible outcome of the forex trade volume, meaning the price most likely will go like this. And the indication for this is very clear. But you can see here is we have still the take profit 2, it's open. So the price will run most likely in take profit 2. The future prediction gives you already a hint. Yes, you have here the black line is the market maker baseline. Yeah, you see it here everywhere. Yes, and when you're going to consider the volume future prediction, always take care for a bullish trend, for example, that the future prediction line, the yellow line, let me clear this. The yellow line, I'm sorry, let me, my drawing tool. So the yellow line need to be above the black line, the market maker baseline. Here, this example. Let's say this is our current price here. Yes. And you want to know if the price is going short. At this point, of course, you don't know. But you have the future prediction. So it's showing you a very nice clear trend. Short. Confirmation done. Perfect. If you have this here, let me delete this line. Oops, I'm sorry. No. So again, let me show you an example. So the harmonic pattern fires. Okay. So okay, you get the signal for an harmonic pattern. Bullish crap. Harmonic pattern is here. You see everything, but you cannot trade the harmonic pattern right now. There is still no confirmation. Somehow, of course, you get the confirmation already, because this is what you see for the volume future prediction. So you see the forex trade volume has risen above the market maker baseline, the black line. Okay, so the indication, it's very clear that the price will go up somehow and run into your take profit zones. Okay, but this is still not the confirmation to execute the trade. What you need to know, or on what you need to wait. See this yellow line? This yellow line, it is the angular momentum indicator. Yes, this is not a moving average, please. You can put a moving average on your chart and you will see it is very different. Okay, this indicator, it's a very different thing than a moving average. So please do not get confused. As I said, if you don't believe me, put your moving average on your charts on any value you want, 8 minutes, 5 minutes, monthly moving average. You won't never fit the same shape of this indicator, since this is something very different. And what it is exactly, it's complicated to explain. And the AM indicator, the angular momentum indicator, this one, the yellow line, it's very strong connected with the Maxwell's equation indicator, this here. Okay, these indicators, they are 1. Okay, the angular momentum indicator won't work without the Maxwell equations indicator, and the Maxwell's equation indicator won't work without the angular momentum indicator. So if you use these indicators and drop them on any chart, do it always together. Okay. Okay, short introduction. So, but now let's get back to the trading confirmation. So, as I said, you will wait for the pattern to be fired. You have a look to the future prediction indicator. It needs to go in the same direction of your pattern, bullish. Okay. If you get a bullish signal and the Maxwell's equation indicator shows you short, yeah, very obviously you can forget this pattern. Okay, do not look for more confirmation, just forget it. Again, the pattern fires 1. You have a look to the future prediction. It shows very clear in the same direction of your pattern, bullish. Okay, and with very clear, I mean very clear. You have the market maker baseline. The forex trade volume need to point above. Well, it's really straight bullish. Not just, let's say this is the market maker baseline and this is the forex trade volume and this is like this here. Okay, this is wrong. Yeah, like this here, just a bit bullish. Also not really clear. You need a clear direction like this. Really straight. Of course you have always small pullbacks. It does not matter. But you have a straight trend. Not like this. Okay? Or like this here. Well, it's not really clear. Okay, you understand? If you have more questions or more detailed questions, just send me an email all the time, okay? And I'm happy to reply your emails, your requests. Okay, again. Pattern fires. The Maxwell equation indicator shows you a really nice trend for the volume future prediction. 2. Pattern fires. 1. Maxwell's equation indicator shows your clear confirmation. 2. So then you have to wait for the entry confirmation. Do not execute the trade right now. Why you shouldn't execute the trade right now, I will explain in a few seconds. You wait for the price to be above the angular momentum indicator. You execute the trade with the first candle above. Let me make it a bit bigger. Let me just see. Let me zoom it in. Like this. Perfect. In this case, angular momentum indicator. You execute your trade with this candle, with the first candle open above the angular momentum indicator. Okay, and in case of a bullish signal, of a foreign bearish signal, you open your trade with the first candle open below the angular momentum indicator. Do not get scared. So you have your trade, you open your trade here, right? So do not get scared by such pullbacks. Okay? Pullbacks you never can prevent in the market. They will happen over and over again. Because this is what market makers are doing. They are initiating pullbacks to confuse traders. Because this is very clear here. You can see it. You know what happened here? It's a bullish signal, stop hunt long, stop hunt short, and then the buyer's direction. It will happen all time, especially when a swing is initiated. And these stop hunt actions, what they're doing, they're building these very nice swing patterns. W. See this beautiful pattern here. This is very, very unique. Okay, this is a very unique system. It needs a bit training to understand the FSO Harmonic Scanner, yes. And if you're a very, very beginner, then this tool is not the right one for you. I also have to admit it. But it is very powerful once you understand what you actually can do with the system. Again, you have the pattern, right? The harmonic pattern fires. You get your confirmation here. I'm sorry, my drawings are not so nice. You get your confirmation here. Shows in the right direction of your pattern, bullish. You wait for the price to close above the angular momentum indicator. In this case here. So you execute your trade here. You might get sometimes a pullback, as you have here. But do not get scared with this. You have your confirmation here. Okay? If you're trading forex, be disciplined, and you have to stand these kind of things, these pullbacks. You have to stand it. And you can stand it because you are using good money management, right? For your money management, you always can use these stop loss values. They are very safe. Always use the take profit zones. Take profit, here the take profit line is not painting here because of the market maker swing zone. Here you see this gray line. But actually in other patterns, this yellow line you can see. Take profit 1 has an accuracy of 90%. Oops, sorry. Take profit 2 will get hit in the case of around 70%. Don't forget, this is a pattern on a daily time frame. Okay? These are at least here from your entry confirmation. Oops. Let's clean this up here. Let's see, from your entry confirmation here to take profit 1. These are at least 300 pips minimum. Yes, because it's the daily time frame. I personally do not trade harmonic patterns below 1 hour time frame. If you trade harmonic patterns on 5 minutes time frame, let's say 5 minutes or even 1 minute, be aware that patterns on lower time frames can extend very heavy. Price extensions are not repainting. Price extensions are a result of market conditions and not of an indicator. Yeah, a lot of people will get confused. Well, I trade harmonic patterns on 5 minutes time frame, and then the pattern is just jumping from one candle to the next one. It's repainting. This is absolutely nonsense. The market is moving, and and not the indicator. The movement of the indicator is just the result of the market. Yeah, so please do not get confused with these kind of things. But with the FSO Harmonic Scanner, especially the version 7, you can prevent from trading failing patterns because of the excellent built-in confirmation this time. You have the angular momentum indicator. As long you do as I said, you execute the price with the first candle open above for a bullish signal, or with the first candle open below for a bearish signal, then you are good to go. If you execute the trade immediately here and you don't have a clear confirmation here, you might run into a price extension. You might. Doesn't have to be, but it can happen. That's why wait for the price to hit the angular momentum indicator, which is very strong related to the Maxwell's indicator. As I said, both are connected and they're working closely together. Okay, so as I said before, this is a very smart system, and Maxwell's equation indicator is controlled and fed by my neural network. As a result of this, the angular momentum indicator is also fed by the neural network with data. If you use these strong components together and use your knowledge of the forex market, as you identify this here as a swing pattern, as a very big fat W pattern, in conjunction with this harmonic pattern, and what I just said, everything like this here, you have an accuracy of at least 90%. Yeah, this is exactly what I'm advertising on my website. But you have to trade according to the rules. Again, I'm explaining it again. You get your pattern, right? So, the pattern fires here. You are not going to execute the trade right now. It does not matter what time frame. If you have 4-hour time frame, daily time frame, of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, still 4 more days until you can execute your pattern. Until you can execute your trade. Patience is the key. Always when some people say in forex trading, but you need to be patient, you cannot just trade immediately. Of course, this is so true. Yes. If you don't have patience, then you can just stop this video now and you can, I don't know, go ahead and continue with your things what you did before. Because if you don't have patience in forex trading, your failure is imminent. I can promise you this here. Okay? Be patient and please be disciplined. Just listen to me. Do not make up your own rules. Do not attach on the chart like a ton of indicators and then it looks just like a spider net, you know. Just don't do this. You have everything what you need. I always build my systems as clean as possible, that you have really only the mandatory indicators and help on your chart what you need. Not more and not less. 1. You get your pattern. 2. The future prediction for the forex volume, it's pointing in the right direction. Very clear. You wait until the price closes above the angular momentum indicator. Here, execute your trade. Be disciplined. If a pullback occurs, like here, stand it. Okay? You have to stand it. I mean, if you're executing your order here and you click out here already, I don't know what you do there, 30-40 pips. But the FSO Harmonic Scanner, it's not built for such trades, but you see what you will lose here? You will lose at least 300-400 pips. Okay? I mean, in the end, it's your way on how to trade, but do not miss out the potential of the system. Okay? Again, the pattern fires. You have a look to the Maxwell's equation indicator, which shows you the forex, the future prediction of the forex volume. You wait for the price to close above or below the angular momentum indicator and go ahead and execute the trade. Be disciplined and be patient and collect your pips. Let me clean the chart. Yes, so these are basically everything what you need to know. Yeah, here just the same. I make it a bit smaller. Yes. Here basically the same on this kind of patterns. Also, as you can see here, the bearish pattern fires on a very nice market maker swing pattern. What is this? It's a shoulder, head shoulder pattern. Yes? Very interesting, right? Again, these are not fibs, not Fibonacci's, as I have mentioned already before. These lines or these values are calculated of the angular momentum indicator and the Maxwell's indicator. Okay. Okay, guys. Let me turn off my drawing tool again. That's it. This is basically everything what you need to know. Okay. If you have questions, please do not hesitate. Send me an email. Okay. Please do not send me a message on Facebook. You know, I have almost 5,000 friends in Facebook. I have at least 200-300 unread messages right now. I just cannot follow up this anymore. It's impossible. So please always send me an email. We are 3 people here replying the emails, and you get a reply always within 24 hours, most likely earlier. Okay. Of course, if it's weekend, I mean, we all need weekend. We all have family. But you can contact me anytime. You can contact me by email, please. Okay. Yes, that's it. Thank you. And yes, I'm very excited for the coming update, the FSO Harmonic Scanner 8. I'm working on it currently. The release will be in around March 2019. And of course, this update will be free of charge for you if you own a legit license of the FSO Harmonic Scanner. But actually, all current versions are legit licenses. The system cannot be cracked, not as of the moment. Okay, thank you so much, and bye bye.